All right. Hey, guys. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Muggle with a Mic. This is Kaiti here, and I'm joined by Phil. Hey, Phil.
Hey. How's it going?
It's going good. And I've got Madam President here.
El Presidente.
Hello.
My sister, Jenni. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Cat. Kate. I was going to say Kate and then Cat, and it came out Cat. So there we go.
Is El Presidente related to Al Dente?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Linguini. Okay. Hey, guys. We are here live in downtown Gallipolis.
I'm glad we're live.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be alternative would be
sad.
Yeah.
We're here, and it's a little warm.
Yeah. What are we here for, Jen? Why are we here in right across from the park?
That's right. It's First Friday in Gallipolis.
The first one ever.
Well, it's the second First Friday.
First Friday of the month.
Yeah.
We have a wonderful event down in Gallipolis, so we're looking forward to everybody coming in. It's a beautiful day.
In the neighborhood.
Lots of things going on. Folks to visit, food to eat, things to buy. And this has just turned into a really wonderful event for folks to look forward to every month. And Kaiti is here outside the Guy County Chamber of Commerce to showcase her podcast and to kind of keep you all in the loop with what's going on tonight. So if you are listening to this, I encourage you to come downtown and take a look at the First Friday event. It starts at 6, correct? 6.
6 or 5? I thought it was at 5. I thought it was 5. That's what all the signs say.
Well, maybe it's 5. What
5
is
to
it?
9. I've got it right
is
here.
Is it 5?
Oh, no, it is 6. It is 6.
It's 6.
You're
well,
right.
you just
and we can't cut this out and edit it because it's live.
Well, it's on if you're watching the video. It's on.
So don't show up for another hour.
Yeah, that's right.
This is to get people excited to come down.
And if you come at 5, just come over here and chat with Kaiti because she told you to do so.
Well, you know what? We have plenty of Tootsie Rolls here for people to come.
And you know why we have plenty of Tootsie Rolls? Because nobody eats them.
Well, if we had candy corn, we would have not gotten rid of any of it.
Well, I did have some Tootsie Rolls.
Jen,
so.
can we have your opinion on which one's better? If you had to choose candy corn or Tootsie Rolls, what would it be? What would you throw away first?
I would keep the Tootsie Rolls. I do like candy corn, but you can only eat so much. The sugar content.
Candy corn, I feel like, doesn't have enough flavor in it.
Have you ever
Rolls do?
But have you ever had the mix that they make during the fall where it's like candy corn and peanuts and something else, and it tastes like a Payday bar?
Oh,
it's a nice mix. It kind of, it's not just all candy corn.
You don't get that with Tootsie Rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, Tootsie Rolls are awesome. There is no other dessert you can make with Tootsie Rolls. Can you think of anything?
You can have a Tootsie Pop.
Thank you, Jen.
There we go.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's because nobody wants to make a dessert out of Tootsie Rolls.
Anyway, hey, Jen, also, by the way, the Colony downtown, one of the wonderful things they're doing during the First Friday event is they're having free movie night.
That's right.
And what is the movie?
I think it's Back to the Future.
Great Scott.
I know, which is my all-time favorite movie. If folks have followed your podcast, they know that.
That's in my top 10 list.
Yeah.
My favorite is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. My son watched it, Back to the Future, and it obviously is in the genes because he's a fan as well.
Did you hear they're talking about remaking?
Kaiti was mentioning that, and I'm like,
I don't think
why?
they should. And I thought Robert Zemeckis, the director, said that would never happen in his lifetime.
I thought so too. So,
although it's rumored that I'm trying to think of his name. Who does Spider-Man?
Sam Raimi?
Yeah, no. The actor.
Tom Holland?
Yeah, Tom Holland is going to be Marty, which I could see that. I mean, I think he would make a good one. But
so is this like a total remake, or are they changing the eras that they are going to be going to? You know,
I would say they'd probably have to change the eras. Because,
so it's going to be
could he be Marty's son?
We're not going back to 1955.
It's going to be when they redid that, they kind of updated it so it was like they were in the 80s when they were kids. And then, and originally it was like the 50s.
I just don't think you can remake.
I don't either.
Well, and they did there's that deep fake video, and they put Tom in as Marty, and they put Robert Downey Jr. in as Doc.
Oh, see, nobody can replace Christopher Lloyd.
No.
Role. It's not going to
Nope.
happen.
No.
I just think I wish they'd come up with new IPs instead of like just rehashing.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
you're never going to
Yes.
catch lightning in a bottle twice.
No.
It's never going to be as good.
You know what? The same thing, Phil? Harry Potter. They should not remake Harry Potter, and they should not remake Back to the Future. And I understand you want to do this TV series for all the detail because it's a longer amount of time. I get that. We already had this discussion before, but we want the First Friday, listeners.
You don't want to leave them, have
Yeah.
them feel left out.
Right. We want them to know that Katie doesn't like the idea of the new Harry Potter series.
Well,
And Phil likes it.
I like it. I feel like you still have the movies there, but
Yeah.
it gives you a chance to expand on all those plot threads that they never did in the movies.
But like I said, I just want Harry in the background, like see him walk by, and that's it. I'm fine with us,
Like a cameo.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, there are some really awesome classic cars that they're bringing, and there's this old Ford pickup truck that just pulled in. You might be able to hear it growling.
I'm sure you can hear it growling.
Here, let me turn. I'm going to turn it. There you go.
Hello.
Look at that.
Very nice.
Anyway, okay, so a couple more things before we're going to be doing live segments throughout the whole event. But Jen, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you have here at the Chamber tent?
Yes, well, in Gallipolis during the 4th of July, we always have what's called a River Rec Festival, River Recreation Festival. So it's our time to celebrate the 4th of July.
I'm glad you clarified that.
River
So
Rec.
we
River
don't want people
Recreation.
coming and just wrecking their cars. And,
Yeah, REC. So we're looking forward to that, and the Chamber is doing a fundraiser to help raise funds for the River Recreation Festival. And so I don't know if you want to hand me one of the a display here so I can do like a little show and tell.
Little reveal.
But we are so happy to be working with Silverbridge Coffee Company right here in Gallipolis, and we have a special blend, River Rec blend coffee that you can purchase for River Rec.
Yeah.
We've got our logo there for the River Rec Festival, and we have it. It's grounds, so it's not in K-Cups, but we do have grounds. You're able to purchase these. It's one bag for $12 or two for $20. It's a little deal there for you. Wow. So we are here in front of the Chamber tent. We will be here all evening for First Friday, and it smells delightful.
It does. Every time the wind goes this direction, you get a big whiff, and it's like, I just want a cup of coffee.
You do. And it has caramel, hazelnut, coconut, and vanilla flavored coffee. So if you're a coffee lover and you love Silverbridge coffee, I would encourage you to grab a couple bags and support the River Rec Festival.
And you can't get these anywhere else with that logo.
That's right. Special edition.
Only with the Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes
she'll
to
autograph it. If you,
El Presidente.
El Presidente.
Or La Presidente.
It will be worth nothing more if I sign it. So anyway, that's here and available.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
We also have a little special
Yeah.
giveaway. I'll put that back over here, Jen. We are going to we'll probably wait till 6 p.m. to do the code word.
That's right. But I'll give a little teaser perhaps.
Yeah. So we've got these Deadpool auto sunshades, car sunshades, which you put up in your windshield to keep your car,
Yeah.
keep it nice and cool. And we're going to give them away free, but the way you have to get them is you need to give us a code word. We're going to say the code word.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say it's cool two ways because it'll keep your car cool and it'll look cool.
Oh, that's right.
Double cool.
Squared.
Cool times two. Yeah, cool squared. But we're not going to give that code word away until 6 p.m. And all you have to do is come up to our booth here on State Street, right next to the Chamber booth. You buy a bag of coffee.
That's right.
You give us the code word, and you get a free
And these are like heavy
sunshade.
duty. Like these are nice.
They're nice.
I mean, it's
But you don't have to buy
marble.
a bag of coffee to
No,
get
you
it.
don't have to buy
that's
that
right.
now.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that
You
sounded
just
like you
have
had
to.
to.
We want to encourage you
Yeah.
to buy a
But
bag
you
of
just
coffee.
have to give a code word.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's your payment.
Yes.
Is the code word.
It retails for $17.99. Looked it up.
That.
And just come, say the code word once we tell you at 6 p.m., and we'll just hand it to you.
Perfect. Sounds like a great little
There you
giveaway.
go. And we'll say it all throughout, so if you happen to miss it, just tune back in. Every segment that we have, we'll say the code word again. It'll be the same code word throughout the whole evening until 9 p.m. And it will be until supplies last. And we're giving away one per party. We don't want 10 people coming up here, and then we're 10 car shades, so it's one per party. There you go.
For your 10 cars.
Yeah. For all these classic cars right here. It's perfect that we're right across from the cars, and we're giving away.
It is.
They don't have a DeLorean.
Oh.
That would
really be
perfect.
sweet.
But Jen, you mentioned about this Impala. What you
It
thought?
does look like the Enchantment of the Sea dance car.
Oh, it does.
It does. You need to come down and see it.
It really does. Like I want Marty and Lorraine are there.
Oh yeah. What's the line when he pulls him out of the car? When Biff pulls him out of the car,
I don't think we can really say it
I
on. I don't think I can say that on the podcast.
I thought it was punk.
No.
I thought it was
No,
just,
no, that's a kind version.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on. No, but I'm also going to put up the real quick for everyone to see. Here is the map of everything going on downtown. I've got it here on the screen. There are like over 130 vendors down here.
Yeah, it's really great.
So there's bound to be one vendor here that you're going to love something and you're going to want to get something.
And you get to see so many people come in town, so you get to visit with folks and see people. So, and it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
So it's just
it's a beautiful
great event
day.
in the neighborhood.
Won't you be? Won't you
neighbor.
be? My neighbor. All right, we're going to end this segment. Phil and I might come on here in a little bit, talk a little bit of TV movie news.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned. All right, everyone, we're back here at the First Friday event in downtown Gallipolis. Katie here, and I have a very special guest, Mr. Bob Hood. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Katie.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us. And if I might say, you also will be joining us for the River Recreation Festival from over in our tent in the city park on July 4th.
Yeah.
And we're just happy that you're a part of the chamber, and we just thank you for setting up tonight and being part of First Friday.
Well, Bob, I'm more than happy to be here. I love being from Gallipolis.
Yep.
I love being a native of Gallipolis and being part of something this special, and you included me. I'm ecstatic, so thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about the chamber a little bit. What kind of things does the chamber do for the city, and what do you have going on right now?
So basically, we help and promote all of the businesses in Gallia County. So our overall goal, we're countywide, and so our overall goal is to assist a business, whether we provide ribbon cutting ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
We've done about 4 or 5 ribbon ceremonies since I came on last July. And so we go to that business and we help them to get established and to set up. And we'll also direct them into the way that they need to go as far as funding. So if someone comes into my office and says, I need grant writing, or I need help to find some funding for street lights or a downtown improvement project or something for my village, so we direct them in the right way, whether that's through a co-op program at Ohio State. And we have different benefits for being a chamber member. So we partnered with the State of Ohio Chamber Association, and that's called SOCA. And a Southern Ohio Chamber Association is geared toward helping other small businesses to have a benefit. So you can get insurance, you can get reductions on your rates for electricity, you can get reductions for, there's about 10 different things that you can get as an assistance for small business if you're a member of a chamber.
Yeah.
So not too long ago after I started, one of our insurance companies called me and said, hey, I need a form that you fill out for insurance, and they get a 5% reduction if they're a chamber member. So we do all kinds of things like that to help promote and to be a part of every business in Gallia County that wants to be a member.
Wow, you're there to help us thrive, to help the city thrive.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's amazing. So if someone is interested in that kind of service, how can they contact you?
They can reach out to me here at the chamber office. They can go through our website, or they can shoot me a text, or they can also email me.
Okay.
And they can visit my office here on State Street in downtown Gallipolis. They can send me an email at bob@galliacounty.org. Or they can email the chamber at galliacounty.org.
Okay.
And we'll help them get started in a membership and give them all of we have different levels of our membership, Katie, so you can join at different levels based upon the size of your business. So we have businesses from one person up to 300 people.
Wow.
So it's so you can join and then also you can also bill you quarterly if that helps the business. We will take your membership fee and we will divide it up, and you can make quarterly payments. We'll work with you however you want.
Nice. You're flexible.
We are flexible.
Flexible. There you go. Well, that's just great, and I appreciate that we have that kind of a community service here in Gallipolis. We're also having the River Wreck come up. What have you been doing with the River Wreck?
So basically, we're going to have a one-day festival this year. It's July the 4th. We knew that was going to happen.
Right when we start talking
right
about
when
it.
we start happening. So we have a River Wreck festival, and it's an annual event every year, and that is held in our city park. And it takes a lot of volunteers and it takes a lot of sponsorship money. So right now we're out there asking businesses to contribute to help us. And so you can contribute everything from $25 to thousands of dollars if you'd like to help us to make sure that the River Wreck Festival becomes a reality. So we have different ways that you can sponsor if you want us. We have a little train that will be running through the park, so you can be a train sponsor, or you can be a fireworks sponsor, or you can sponsor an event on the main stage. Or and we're going to have everything begins at 8 o'clock in the morning on that day, and it will run till midnight till we're done with the fireworks
all day.
So it's going to be a full packed day with a lot of things going on main stage, and we'll have entertainment starting at 5:30, and we'll have some local entertainment, and then we're going to have some Nashville music as well. So we've got a lot going on. I do want to talk a little bit about the farmers market too, Katie, if I can, for just a second.
Yeah, I saw a sign right next door.
And then
here.
we'll come back and talk a little bit about the River Wreck. But the farmers market will begin this week, and it's going to be held on Sundays, and it will start at 12, and it will run until 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
And it will be held right here in front of the chamber office, and it will go into the parking lot where you're parked, and then down onto the extended lot down on the end of the block.
Yeah.
So right in where we are, we're going to have a farmers market, and it will be not just a farmers market, but it will be a growers market as well. So if it's we're getting away from anything that would be like flea market, so it has to be homegrown or homemade in Gallia County, homegrown or homemade.
Wow.
Now we realize produce isn't out all the way yet, so although somebody today said they were going to have tomatoes, so we're looking for some tomatoes Sunday.
Nice.
But it's going to be homegrown and it's going to be homemade.
Nice.
And so if it's homegrown, homemade, we're gonna do it. So
you can make your homemade, homegrown salsa with those tomatoes.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's a homegrown or homemade craft. So it can be anything from a craft, or it can be anything from vegetables or fruits. And I know we're going to have some honey. I do know that. A guy called in today and said, I got some honey that I'm bringing. So they'll be setting up here, and it'll be a Sunday, and setup time will be around 11, and we're going to go till about 4 in the afternoon every Sunday.
Great. I'm going to stop by after church.
That's
or
what
right down the street.
That's what we're intending for people to do. So we want you to go to church, and then after church, drop by the farmers market and pay a visit and support some of our local entrepreneurs who will be and that Haley has been running that here from the chamber. She's been in charge of that, and she's done a great job. And we're going to we want you to stop by, and so
absolutely, I'm going to do it.
That's what we want.
There you go, and everyone out there should as well.
That's right.
All right. So, anything else about River Wreck or chamber?
Well, if you want to get involved, we want you to reach out, either give us a call or stop by our office. And we're trying to reach our goal of $15,000. We're about halfway there.
Yeah, look at that sign back there.
Yes, right here we see our thermometer is going up, and it's going up every day. And it really does take a lot of people, whether you are a volunteer or whether you're a business person or whether you're on the board or whether you're a staff member. It really takes all of us coming together and pulling in the same direction to make this successful event.
It's a community endeavor. That's what it is.
It'll be all day on July 4th.
Yeah, there you go. July 4th. That's a date that we all can remember.
That
right?
is correct. July 4th.
And I have been seeing you working hard on the Facebook page, going around and getting with that sign, and you are infamous, sir.
Well, we try. We try.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Let's
Katie,
give one more shout out about this coffee that you have.
Absolutely. So we've got a new label. This is the Gallia County River Wreck Blend label. And it's done here by our own Silver Bridge Coffee out of Gallia County. We're so proud of what Lorraine has done there with Silver Bridge. And so now you can purchase this for $12 a bag, 2 bags for $20. You can't beat that. And so this is the special blend, the River Wreck blend. We've just got it in yesterday, as a matter of fact. It's a caramel, hazelnut, coconut, and vanilla flavored. And you can pick up a bag right here on First Friday. You can pick up a bag right here at the chamber table. Or if you're not going to be out this evening, you can stop by during our Monday through Friday during our regular business hours. You can pick up a bag of coffee or call me, and one of us will run it to your establishment. So
there you go. And each purchase, money goes to helping with the River Wreck.
That's right. That is the whole premise, and behind this was to get an idea that we could help to take some of the ease off of some of the expenses. Yeah. So we're doing this, and so all the proceeds from these coffee sales will go to helping us to support our mission here with the River Wreck Festival.
Wonderful. Well, thank you,
Katie.
Bob,
Thank
so
you,
much.
Katie. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you.
All right.
All right, guys, we're back. Here we are. Okay, guys, we have to address something immediately.
Okay.
What word do you think we need to address?
Infamous?
Yes. So I accidentally used the word infamous incorrectly.
Your agent called you right away.
I do not
agent.
think you...
Her agent called her right away.
Yeah.
So Bob Hood is the famous Bob Hood.
I think that word means what you think it means.
Bob is very famous for
He's
wonderful things.
more than famous.
So
Wonderful
He's
things.
infamous.
hey, this is me. I use the incorrect words. It's a conundrum. What can I say?
Did
Okay.
you use that correct?
Did I?
I'm just kidding.
All right. So Phil,
We'll find out here in a little bit.
Phil's gonna have to.
Oh, Mom's texting you.
Mom will let me know. Phil's going to have to skedaddle here soon, so we wanted to jump on and just have a little chit-chat with him about some current event news with movie and television, because we are a movie television podcast.
And I'm probably just going to be sitting here because I'm... Yeah, if you watch the Oscars episode, you know where I stand on a lot of
You're
that.
comic relief.
Yeah.
You're infamous, Jen.
When it comes to movies.
Okay, so Phil, I want to talk to you about two things.
Okay.
First, let's talk about Netflix.
Okay.
In general. So I canceled Netflix.
Okay.
Do you still have Netflix?
I haven't had it for a while.
Okay.
We have it. May I tell you what Jack calls it?
Yeah.
Netflix.
Hey, at least you didn't say the infamous Netflix.
It's
flicks.
true.
No,
Well, a lot of the streaming services, though, I kind of don't subscribe all the time. I just kind of wait until there's several shows I want to watch, and then just subscribe, and then kind of for like a month, and then...
or do the free trial.
Well, yeah. I usually subscribe, but...
So here's why I canceled. I had it for the longest time. I got it when like season 2 Stranger Things came out, or maybe even before then, and I've had it since then. Here's my issue. So I had it, and I was sharing it with Mom and Dad. Okay, everyone shares their accounts.
Not anymore.
Everyone knows they do.
That's what makes you infamous.
Well, they used to
Katie.
advertise it.
That's when you
I mean, that was
become
part of their
infamous.
advertisement, their campaign back in the day. Is like you
Yeah.
can share your password with a friend or family, and
Right. And it worked out, but some people were using and abusing that. And so I had it, and I was literally just sharing it with Mom and Dad. It was as if 3 people were living in the household, but we were in 2 different houses. So they are now charging $8 extra per household. So I thought, oh, they're just teasing. They're not really. This is just to
JK.
scare us. This is just to scare us, and they're not really going to do it. They're just thinking about it.
Oh,
and
they
then
did it.
Then when they get the backlash, they're not going to do it. Well, they did it. And I was at their house, and Dad went, Katie, what's this on Netflix? And it said, like, he couldn't watch it because he wasn't the main household, and you had to pay for $8 extra. So that's like $26 a month for Netflix.
yeah.
I canceled it, and I got Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN bundle, and I'm saving $10.
Wow.
Saving $10.
You're thrifty.
I mean, what do you think about charging more when I think they're going to lose accounts, don't you think?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they have to be hemorrhaging cash, though, because they have, you get one person that subscribes, and then they share it with 20 people, and they just aren't making
Do you
money.
have young children? You need to have the Netflix.
But Hulu has stuff as well.
That's true. That's
Hulu
true.
has plenty of kids shows.
Can you share
Disney Plus.
Hulu's password?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they have anything where, I mean, I'm not going to share it like with 12 people.
You're going to put it on the podcast, aren't you?
Yeah, everyone.
Everybody log in.
The password is infamous. But no, I just think, I think they're going to hemorrhage even more cash because they lost me, and I had stuck with them for a long time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting. I mean, they probably are losing a lot of money, and they're just trying to.
Maybe let's have a count. Let's have a countdown on the podcast to see how many days it is before Kaiti signs up for Netflix again. You want to guess?
It'd be like one of those countdown.
Yeah.
This workspace is.
It's been 27 days since Kaiti.
Here's my plan. I'm going to get it when the final season of Stranger Things comes out, and then I'll just catch up on everything else that I missed in that 1 month.
Here's my question, though. How do they know
IP address?
IP address. Yeah.
You knew what I was going to ask, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. They're smart like that.
But you know what? I mean, I believe that's been like that in other countries for quite some time, and the United States just kind of catching up, like Netflix. So
well, they lost my however many dollars a month, and I'm saving money because I already had Disney Plus. So that's grouped in with the bundle. So I'm literally saving $10 a month.
But how much would you be saving money if you weren't paying that extra $8 for the fam?
It'd be the same. It'd basically be almost the same
amount. How much
amount.
is the initial subscription?
For the bundle?
Just, you want Netflix.
Oh, it depends. It's depending how many screens you want, and it's either $16 or like $19.
Okay, so then an extra 8 would allow you to share the password.
Yeah,
half.
just
half.
one. Just
getting
one.
Getting a 50% discount for another.
Just one other place. So if you have 2 other people, that's $16 extra.
But they're saving.
Yeah.
They're saving, not paying $19.
No, I don't like
right?
it. I don't like it.
Or if you, not that you charge your parents, but if you had a friend and then they wanted Netflix, they could just like
you split the cost.
Send you $8.
I don't like you
like extra innings.
Yeah.
Like extra innings.
Yeah.
MLB. Don't tell anyone we're doing that.
I don't know. That's tough because I mean, coming from
it's fine.
their perspective.
I was saying if you were to do that.
I mean, they're in it to make money, obviously.
Yeah, they're
a
a business.
They have to make money.
Well, they're not making any more from me.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
I'm sure they're really sad about that.
They're like, we lost one
But
person.
I could see other companies following suit if that plan is successful.
I'm just interested in the statistics. I'm waiting to see how many subscribers they lost based on
But
when
if you look at it from the perspective that I just said, if I sign up with a friend, then I'm getting a 50% discount.
Yeah,
and the 2 of you could split the difference.
I know, but think about it this way. Had you not had to share that, you'd be splitting 50% of a lesser amount.
Oh my, this sounds like...
Well, Mom's calling again. I apparently said infamous. Ma, if you're listening, stop calling because we're live. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about was maybe she's calling because something's going wrong. I think we're fine. It's still live.
Probably Netflix is calling her saying, hey.
Stop sharing passwords.
Quit sharing passwords.
Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about is the writer's strike. So there's a concept that goes along with streaming with that. So, Jen, do you know about the writer's strike?
I think so.
Okay. So, like, all the late night shows are on reruns because of the writer's strike. And the last time there was a writer's strike, I believe, was 2007 or 2009.
It was a hot minute.
Yeah, it was a while ago. And things have changed quite a lot because of streaming. So the reason they're wanting more money is because before, when there were a lot more shows that people watched on like cable TV and network TV, they would get paid when things went into syndication. And they'd get a royalty, and that would give them time in between, gigs and writing gigs to have an income. But now because of streaming services, they don't get that. What did Mom say? What'd she say infamously?
She wants you to quit making her look like a cheapskate.
It's not that. It's just that I happen to have Netflix and I was being nice and sharing it. I'm the cheapskate. I'm the cheapskate. Oh.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Everyone, we're making it clear. Katie's
She could
cheap.
just give that to your parents for a gift. She could just do that.
Buy
you know?
them a Netflix card, like a gift card.
Seriously. Oh,
I'm just digging a hole on this episode, aren't I?
yeah. I don't think many people
Infamously.
agree with you. Back to the writers.
Back to the writers. Thank you. Thank you. No, so yeah, they're not making as much money because they're not getting paid royalties, because once their show is up on a streaming on Netflix or Hulu or wherever, they don't get paid every time someone rewatches it. So they're not making royalties afterwards, and so that's where, and they're saying these companies are, the CEOs and stuff are making millions and billions of dollars, and we're not making anything in between, and our pay hasn't changed. So do you think that's right of them to do?
Right? For the writer?
For the What do you guys think?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it, I don't think, because I think, business models change, and I mean, just like Netflix, they used to mail you DVDs,
They
and
did.
that's all streaming now.
They did.
So I mean, nothing's going to stay the same forever. So syndication went away. So I mean, maybe they need to come up with some.
But they did the writing for whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, the other
that's
issue
their
is-
work, that's their art that's
Yeah.
still being enjoyed, and
Well, they're arguing that as well because they're being pushed to write quicker because there's more shows
Yes.
coming out and there's so many things, and they're like, but they're like, we can't really do what we want in the time period you're giving us.
Yeah.
And they like, the other aspect is usually writers were included in the filming of shows, so they'd go from writing and then transition to maybe into producing or something like that. But they have these little mini writers' rooms where the writers aren't involved on recording or filming or anything anymore.
But again, that models change. I mean, it's not, you can't count on. It's like, well, this is the way we did it in the 90s. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but as technology advances,
times change.
the times change. So, I mean, that's something they probably,
Let me throw.
they're trying to work out, I guess.
I'll throw
Like I said,
another.
I don't know enough about it really to.
I mean, yeah, I just hear a little bit here and there, and
because
the
there's always,
shows.
there's always a different perspective.
Jimmy Fallon, I think, was talking about it because he was a writer.
They're all
right?
supporting the writers,
Yeah.
because they were,
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of the team.
I mean, everybody deserves to get paid for their work, obviously, but
Right. Well, so the other problem is, okay, real quick, we are giving away Deadpool car sunshades.
yes. Would you like me to?
Yeah.
Again?
Well, here's an interesting fun fact about this: is
yeah,
Ryan Reynolds.
He's in the guild, so he
but
can't.
He's
he
not
can't
allowed.
ad lib on.
on Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
So he's nice, Jen. We've got these. So do we want to say the code word right now since we're talking about it?
Sure.
So we got these free car sunshades to give away, but you have to tell us the code word. So come visit us here in front of the Chamber of Commerce on State Street. Jen's modeling this perfectly. And they are $17.99 value, yours for free if you tell us the code word. Jen, what's the code word? And tell us why it's the code word.
Are we doing the code word that we decided upon, or the joke code word we just did?
Cheapskate.
Surprise me.
The original one.
We could do both, but
We can do the original one, which was bonjour,
bonjour.
because we are in the French city, French town. So we thought that might be a nice way to tie in Gallipolis, and yes, it's on our logo too.
Yeah,
here.
Fleur de Lis.
All you need to do is come up to the table. We are over here in front of the Gallia County Chamber of Commerce office on State Street. You can see us. We have a blue tent. Come up and say bonjour, and one of these is yours for free.
We'll just hand it right to you. One per party. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure most
I
people.
mean, they can't share like Netflix. No more sharing.
If you're in the same
You
family, you can't
can
have
use
it.
for a week, and then I'm going to share it with you.
No, I mean, if you have multiple cars, of course,
That's
we're gonna
okay
give
to
you.
share.
Yeah, yeah. Well, bonjour. Say bonjour when you walk up to our table,
Bonjour.
and we will give you one of these free. But let's get back into the Writers Guild real
Yeah.
quick. The other aspect, you were talking about technology.
Yeah,
They are worried about the new AI
Oh,
technology.
yeah.
I did know that.
And so this, what is it, Chat GPS or GPT? I can't remember.
Yeah, I
what
was
it
at a
is.
training conference recently where they were talking about it. It's a little
scary.
Yeah, it is.
So they're saying that they want something written where you cannot have a script written by AI because that would just take their jobs away.
Yeah. It's a little.
I mean, I think that stuff can even like do a podcast.
Yeah, it could.
Like you give it a topic and it'll talk about something for 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary. It's scary stuff.
We're real. We're real here.
Yeah.
Even with the AI, I would think even if they would come up with a script, you'd still have to tweak it because it wouldn't be, an AI script would probably be kind of clunky, I think you'd have to kind of streamline.
You wouldn't have
so
our humor,
writers.
like our natural.
I mean, they
infamous
might give you a
humor.
good kind of.
It would be very infamous,
baseline, but a foundation. But I think you would still have to build on that.
Yeah, but if you're just proofreading that AI, then you're getting paid less, probably.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing all the work, and eventually the AI might get so good that you don't need to do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can look at it from other perspectives throughout history. When they started doing automation, that took.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's like technology kind of changes, and I mean, that's never good when people lose their jobs. So.
No. Yeah. Especially by technology.
Mom says that we're real intelligent.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I don't know because I don't follow it enough to I don't want to see anybody lose their jobs or anything like that. So I don't know. What do you think, Jen?
It's a little scary.
Yeah,
I think
it's kind of
so.
scary.
Because if it's just doing words now, what's it going to do next?
Right.
iRobot.
Yeah. Yeah, AI is kind of scary, but I do know if they go on strike a long time, Hollywood's already with the whole COVID shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
They're already losing money hand over fist, and if you shut down the industry for 6 months, it's gonna.
Yeah.
I think during COVID, people were like, "Hey, you know what? I can get by without going to the theater,
sure,
and seeing a movie.
You
I can
got
get out
used
in the
to
great
it.
outdoors and do something, or
Yeah.
I don't need to watch TV as much. I mean, when everything was shut down because of that. So
Yeah. Well, and we don't realize the impact of this until probably January.
Yeah.
When
Because they already
there's
have
nothing coming
stuff
out.
that it's just in post production they can do. They just can't tweaking of the dialogue.
Right. Yeah, because the writers aren't on set.
Yeah.
Look at all these people looking at the classic cars.
This is
I
actually
know
a
there
nice
are
place
a lot of
for this.
Yeah.
TV shows and stuff that's kind of on hold right now, just because.
Yeah. Yeah. I say support them. They. I mean, it's their livelihood, and it's something they probably love to do. Creating. It's the
Sure,
same thing with the podcast.
it's their art. Like I said, it's their art.
Yeah,
It's what they like to do, and they have a skill to do it. So
There you go. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this segment up here. Hopefully, Phil can hang out with us, but he might have to head out. So thanks for joining us, Phil, with your
Thanks,
Kiss
Phil.
74 shirt on.
Yeah.
that's the best year ever.
Why, Jen? I don't know.
It's
a great
because
year.
your Kiss was doing stuff.
Yeah, they were doing stuff.
Okay, so we are down here, downtown Gallipolis, for the First Friday event. Come check us out. And reminder, the code word to get a free Deadpool car sunshade.
Cheapskate.
No, it's not cheapskate.
There's so many code words now that we could
Cheapskate.
use.
You say I'm too cheap to get Netflix or buy a sunshade, and we'll give you one.
The code word, the official code word, is not what Phil says. The official code word is bonjour, because we are a French town, and we want you to
Bonjour, cheapskate.
come down and say hi to us, guys. Okay, here we go. Hey everyone, Katie back here with Muggle with a Mic. I just want to apologize. We started another stream because we had some audio technical difficulties, but we're back. Hopefully you can hear me, see me. I've changed the camera angle so you can see down State Street and see some of the classic cars, some of the other vendors, and the backdrop of our beautiful town of Gallipolis. Come down here until 9 p.m. today. You can check out all of the 130 plus vendors here at the First Friday event down in Gallipolis, Ohio. There's so much stuff to do here, so much stuff to see. There's some tables with some free vendor items, and there's also Silverbridge Coffee. It has a special blend for the River Rec festival coming up, and it is a fundraiser to help out with all of the expenses of River Rec. Come see the tent at the Chamber of Commerce building on State Street, and it is 1 bag for $12. It's 2 bags for $20. And I just have to say, when the wind blows this way, you can smell that coffee, and I want coffee this entire time. You can also stop by at our booth, our Muggle with a Mic podcast booth, and if you say the code word, then you get a free Deadpool car sunshade. The code word, are you ready? You ready for this? The code word is bonjour, because we are the French city. The French 500 settled here in this exact park that we are right adjacent to. So if you say bonjour when you arrive at our table and you look at us and say bonjour, we will give you a free car sunshade. Oui. Also, we are going to have a special guest. We're going to have Kaitlynn Halley here. She is with the Gallia County Visitors Bureau and with Final Boss Con. She's one of the podcast's great buddies. So she's going to be here and join us, and we're going to talk all things Final Boss Con, all things Gallia County. So make sure you stay tuned in for that. All right. And we're going to be doing segments until 9 p.m. So tune in. Okay, bye. All right, hey everyone, Katie back here at the First Friday event in downtown Gallipolis. I have a very special guest here, Katie Ratliff. Hey, Katie.
Hey.
So you got this all started, right?
Now, First Friday's been a thing for a while.
Has it? Okay.
It started out as just businesses downtown doing sales on Fridays, the very first Friday of the month.
Okay.
But lately, in the last couple years, it's a lot of office space downtown. Yeah. So we've tried to incorporate a lot more small businesses and artisan vendors, things like that.
Yeah.
So just taking a little... rolling with how things change, how the economy changes, how businesses change.
Ever evolving.
After COVID, a lot of people took up doing artisan work and things like that. So it was nice to be able to give them an outlet for setting up and being part of the community.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and it's so unique because every stand is different.
Yeah.
It's just a vast variety of items that you can come, like, you'd be surprised at what you see down here. I saw all the pictures from last First Friday. How was that?
It was one of the biggest. We were all shocked. It's slowly grown, but that it exploded the last First Friday. It's just so exciting for our town to finally see things happening.
Absolutely.
And just that energy in the community, not just with businesses or vendors, but like actually in the community. There's just this excitement.
Oh no, you really feel a part of it when you're down here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you feel that way too.
No, absolutely. Because the community is a place, but it's also the people.
Yeah.
So, and this is a great example of that.
I love it. Thank you.
So can you tell me about some of the vendors that are here that we might want to spotlight?
Goodness. So last year we had maybe 70 to 80 vendors on the whole spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean every First Friday there would be that many, but that was how many was on the spreadsheet that could sign up, that were registered. This year we have almost 200 on the spreadsheet.
Jeez, wow.
And I think when I made the map this time, I had 150 some.
Wow.
So there's spots where it's one number, but it's 3 vendors listed there because we never want to turn anyone away. We're trying to make space for as many people as possible.
Absolutely.
It's a very inclusive event. We want it to feel like an inclusive event.
Yeah.
So, to pick out individual vendors at this point, it's kind of hard because there's so many.
Oh, yeah.
But you setting up, this is awesome. We've gone from, I don't even know, like homemade stuff to having a podcast here. So it's exciting, just the changes. And this car cruise in on State Street now. So it's a completely different demographic we're pulling in.
Yeah.
It's not just people shopping. Now there's people coming out to enjoy cars. And right now down in front of Central Supply, there's Blue Moves, who's an Elton John cover band.
Wow.
He's pretty cool.
I need to go down there.
Yeah, you do.
I need to follow the yellow brick road. And
Yes. I'm going to go dance a little bit, so you can come with me. I'm usually working the beer garden there, but I did break away finally today. This is the first time
to that
in
as well.
2.5 years that I've broke away from the beer garden to go venture out. So
and how was your experience so far?
Very good. So I'm trying to get out and meet all of the vendors in person instead of just over email signing them up.
No, we're glad you could come on here.
So fun, yeah. Well, I'm such a talker that I couldn't even make it down and back Court Street. It took me 30 minutes, so I'm going to have to divide it up between months to meet every single
You need
vendor.
appointments. We need appointments.
But it's fun. I love it.
Yeah.
And I was handing out hard copy win-win raffle tickets so that they could go to the QR code and encourage people to enter. So the win-win raffle is a giant split the pot that runs from the first Friday until September.
Oh, okay.
And it'll just keep growing. Last time we did it 2 years ago, it got to $47,000.
$1,000. I thought you were going to say 100.
No, $47,000. Now, granted, that one went from January to December.
But still.
This time we're going to go from May 1st Friday to September 1st Friday.
Wow.
And then we'll draw the last first Friday. But this time, every single vendor has a QR code that they can promote the raffle. At checkout, there's a spot that says sold by. So the person that's buying the ticket enters, say, Muggle with a mic.
Yeah.
If Muggle with the mic sells the most, they win $1,000. But you can also enter to win Muggle with a mic, so
That is amazing.
it's definitely win-win for everyone.
Win-win-win.
And all of the money that goes, the split the pot, half will go to someone. The other half will go to downtown revitalization and Gallia Community Fund. So it's all going back into the community, all going into community events and things like this to make it more fun to live in Gallia County.
That is amazing. And this revitalization program, it's just, I'm biased because, it's my hometown.
Yeah.
But it has something special about it. The people in this community, it's a beautiful town to live in. Yeah, and then we've got Gallipolis and lights and
Absolutely.
so many things to come here in Gallipolis to see.
I have shout out to Sherry Rocky, who just really, I think, was the spark of like, hey, let's get some excitement back here in
Yes.
Gallia County and all this stuff. It made this park just a focal point. And then we were like, okay, let's see if we can do something in the summer months too. So
Yeah.
forever indebted to Gallipolis and Lights, Sherry, everything they
Yes.
do. She is like the epitome of volunteering to make the community better.
It made it
for the sake
magical
of
down here.
It does.
And now this, we don't have lights up there, but we have the light of everybody walking on these streets.
that's nice,
So I think
yes.
it's a different kind of magic that's happening.
I think so too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I just came and set up my podcast. You did all this wonderful stuff.
Oh no, it takes everyone. It
Yeah.
seriously does. Like, you can plan an event, and if people don't show up or people enjoy it,
Yeah.
it literally takes everyone's energy,
Absolutely.
and time, and I just really appreciate everyone that's doing it. It's super cool. And I'm so grateful. It makes me want to live here. I live half the year here.
Yeah.
So it makes me be like, I can always move home back to my hometown. This is
This
is a fun place. It can be a fun place to live. Like,
absolutely.
small towns can be awesome. And
I agree with that.
Ours is awesome.
It's unique and different.
It is.
And it's better than all the other small towns.
When I moved away from my hometown, I thought every town had a cute park, like on the river, cute downtown. And I've worked in Hollywood for the last, 15, 20 years. And I realized, oh no, I've just always seen that on TV and also lived in a town that was like that.
Yeah.
Other people's towns are not like that.
No. Well, we are the real, what's the town from Gilmore Girls?
Yes.
We're that town.
Yes, we're that town. So moving or coming back half the year makes me realize, like, oh, this is a really special place. They base Hollywood towns on towns like ours. So
Yes.
we need to really remember, like, how special it is and just keep moving that needle forward.
Absolutely. And you're helping move the needle with this.
No.
Yes. Yeah. And the Gallipolis and Lights and everything that the revitalization program is doing. I love it.
you.
I'll do anything to support it.
Oh, and you, likewise, you too.
Thank
This is
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you, Katie, for joining us.
Yes.
Here we go. All right, hey everyone, Katie back here at the First Friday event in Gallipolis, Ohio, downtown. We're here from until 9 p.m., but I've got two special guests here. I have Victoria and Savannah here.
I know it's 92 degrees, but I'm just happy to be traveling through. I just got on the highway, and I had gotten me some fruit from another little place in Proctorville, Ohio, and I said, I'm going to drive to Gallipolis. Don't know why. I took the little back road. I just, thought I would never get here. But anyway, as the highway and things started getting brighter and brighter with, nice roads and buildings, and then I had about 13 miles to go, and then I was supposed to take a left on Route 7 and be in, I guess, downtown Gallipolis. But that being said, I missed that turn. So I drove on up further, about another 50 yards, and I drove straight ahead. I said, oh my gosh, what's going on out here? A lot of people. I was like, maybe everybody in the town. I don't know. But anyway, I parked my car because I was inquisitive, and I learned today was the first Friday of June, and I guess first Friday of every month.
Yes.
That's interesting. You know what's good about the first? Because every first Monday for Zambia missions, I go and I do missions in Africa.
Wow.
And every first Monday, I do meatloaf with the missions.
Wow. There you go. Great things happen on First Fridays.
Absolutely. But this is first Monday.
So you just happened upon this and you started walking around, and what do you think about the whole event so far?
Well, since I've literally gotten about 100 yards from the corner where I parked my car, and I stumbled up on this group named
Muggle with a Mic.
Muggle with a Mic. So I'm muggling right about now, and I'm really enjoying the atmosphere. You could probably hear a loud car, a bunch of cars lined up, taking up the streets on both sides, and it's just really good. It's good to see the atmosphere. Some good weather. This time 3 years ago, there was COVID this, COVID that. We were all shut in, couldn't get out. So it's just good. Me, I just traveled everywhere. Period.
Well, we're so happy to have you here from Huntington, but we've also got Savannah here, who also originates from Huntington.
I'm from South Point, but it's like 10, 15 minutes from Huntington, depending on what part.
She's trying to claim part of Huntington. It's okay.
I was born in Huntington.
I think I have relatives in South Point, but that's all right.
Born in Huntington, but I've lived in South Point.
Okay, you're good.
There you go.
Huntingtonian. I'm sorry, Savannah. Go ahead.
But Savannah is here at the booth right next to us. Can you tell us, it is NECO, correct?
Yep.
Can you tell us about NECO?
So NECO is a foster care agency in South Point. We also have offices in Grayson, Kentucky, and in Huntington. But I work at the South Point location. I'm an initial licensing associate. So my job is mainly trying to market us at events like First Friday and other events that happen in Ohio in the counties we cover, because we cover a lot of counties. We cover all the way up to Chillicothe, Hocking, Ross County area, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from us. So we cover very far counties, and so my job is to find events and try and recruit foster parents, as well as assist in licensing them and certifying them to become foster parents as well. So
that is it's an amazing thing to take on, and it's rewarding, I'm sure.
It is really rewarding. Our case managers, they have, I guess, an even more rewarding job working directly with the kids, but I think my job is very rewarding as well, because I literally talk to the people, watch them come to class, watch them get certified, help them get certified, and then watch them flourish as foster parents, which is incredible.
So how can we get more information about NECO?
So you can contact us through www.neco.org. Our number is 740-263-2626, and you can call us anytime. I'm the initial licensing associate, so I am the initial point of contact, so you'll talk to me first, or you can email me directly at smatney, SMATNEY @neco.org.
There you go, because you always need good foster parents.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Just one more thing. I also do poetry. I'm an awesome poet.
Ooh.
And if you get in touch with me, lavon.victoria@gmail.com, I will come and do poetry at your events or
Now
your
spell that
church,
out.
or Lavon, LAVONNE .Victoria, VICTORIA @gmail.com. I enjoy writing poetry. I enjoy doing poetry. And again, it's just a divine gift that's been given to me, and I've been doing it well over 40 years.
Can I try? Roses are red, violets are blue.
Gosh.
Come stop by our booth and talk to us too.
Amen. Amen, 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 amen.
But you can listen to her on 88.1 FM.
And that'll be the gun.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Pleased to meet everyone.
Hey everyone, Katie back here. I have the sun blaring on me. Can you see me? No, I've got a very special guest. That's why the lights are on for this very special guest. Kaitlynn, Hallie, hey.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, I would call us good buddies now.
We are totally good buddies now. We're besties, in fact.
Yes.
You have no choice. I claim you now.
I'm totally fine with that.
Okay, perfect.
No, but your final BossCon, of course. Mm-hmm. You've been on many episodes of Muggle with a Mic.
I have. It's such an honor every time.
Well, and I saw you walk in here, and I was like, I saw a familiar face, and it was so exciting.
Yes.
What are you doing here?
Well, I am here in a non-final BossCon capacity. I work for the Gallia County Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm the assistant director there, and I'm out taking pictures and videos for our social media so we can help promote First Friday, which is such an amazing event. It has grown so much over the last several years, and it's just so exciting to come out and see everything and just see happy faces and people really enjoying our community, and it's so fun, and I'm so glad you're here, and it's a good day.
No, I was telling Katie earlier, it's so magical. I used the word already. I'm going to use it again. That this community camaraderie. It's just wonderful to see. And each street is a different kind of thing.
Yes. It used to be just like 2nd Avenue. And now it has just like branched off in all these places. And the park is, it has tons of stuff. It has, great stuff for kids. So you don't have to worry about your kids playing on the street or whatever, but
yeah,
it's great. And then you have OVB on the square. They've opened up their rooftop access, so you can go up there and look at everything. It's amazing. It's so pretty up there.
Oh yeah, and they've got I can see the flowers up there. I was mentioning it looks like a New York City top of a building.
It's so nice, and they have a meeting room in there, and you can rent it. So if you're looking for a meeting space, you can go there. You can just let me know if you need some contact info. I got you. But yeah, it's so great. I love that they added the cruise in. That's amazing. There's so many different food trucks. I got lemonade with blue raspberry in it, and I highly recommend it. Mackenzie thought that he'd come up with this idea. He's like, Kaitlynn, it'd be really great if you had lemonade with blue raspberry. I'm like, that's awesome. And then a week later, here I am. Oh, I'm gonna get some lemonade. Oh wait, blue raspberry. Amazing.
So he was right.
He was right. I'll give him that. We'll let him watch this.
Don't let him listen to this section.
Everyone this didn't happen. But no, it's great. And it's just such a wonderful way to showcase Gallia County and just see all the different businesses and come to the downtown area. It's also really nice to see some of our museums, like our train museum.
Yes.
I know you guys have done your podcast there before. Jerry and his gang are here. And they're also helping promote the Visitors Bureau's summer program, Summer Museum Days.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Okay, so there's going to be 5 different days, and on each day you get to explore an individual museum. So the first one, which is on June 9th from 10 to 2, is at the Our House Museum.
I love that.
And you get free admission to the museum. Boston Library is going to be there, do a special story time and craft some fun stuff. And then we are going to be giving away some fun things as well. We have gift cards. We've got some passes to Wet Wild Ohio, the water park here in Gallipolis. So we've got a lot of different things. And we're going to have the Our House. We're going to have the Gallipolis Freight Railroad Station Museum. We're going to have the Welsh Madog Center at the University of Rio Grande. We're going to have
this is what happens when you're outside.
I can't believe it. We're going to have the John G. Center for Black History.
Yes.
And we're also going to have the French Art Colony.
Nice.
So there's all these different places that you can go with your family individually. If you want to leave your family home, that's fine.
More chance you'll win the prizes.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to come. But you can bring your family, and just a fun thing to kind of get out and explore.
Yeah.
And it's free. You don't have to worry about, buying anything. We are in the process of trying to get some food trucks, but, fingers crossed, as far as schedules and stuff go.
Yeah.
But we're looking to have just such a really nice time and just a really great way for us to showcase our museums and get them some exposure. And it's really kind of them to offer free admission for this event.
Yeah.
And so we're just really trying to push it out there. I'll send you the link.
Please do.
And yeah, it's really cool. We have so much amazing history, and our history is alive in Gallia County. And when I say that, I mean that the people who work in these museums are so passionate about what they're sharing with guests and the community, and you know, history is continuing, and it's so nice to see people who are just on fire for that, and you see their passion and learning funny things about stuff. I mean, go to the Hour House and ask for the story about the horse that came into the tavern. Yeah,
I need to hear that.
There is actually a horseshoe print in the floor from where the horse came into the Hour House.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is history isn't boring. History is so cool, and Gallia County has so much of it, and I'm hoping with this program, you know, everyone can have the opportunity to go to these things and, you know, feel that, you know, you don't have to worry about paying admission. It's you know, just kind of like an open thing from, most of them are open from like 10 to 2. I think John G is the only one that's 10 to 3. But just any time between 10 and 2, you just show up, explore, and ask questions, and just gonna be transported. Like with the Hour House, I mean, you're stepping back into like when immigrants from France originally came here, and all the things that they did. And if you're a fan of the musical Hamilton, Lafayette visited.
No way.
Visited Gallipolis, and guess what he forgot?
What did he forget?
His jacket, and it is on display at the Hour House Museum.
Wow.
And so what happened was that he was in the tavern, and he got wine or a drink, something spilled on him, and he left it there to be cleaned, and he never came back for it.
Thankfully.
And so now it is on display.
That's all. Is the stain still on it, or did they clean it?
I believe they cleaned it.
Oh.
But I don't really know for sure. So you're going to have to go and find out.
Right.
You have to go and find out now.
I need to know.
And so, and on top of that, so I'm going to kind of go off on a little branch here.
Go for it.
Okay, so in 2025 is going to be the 200th something anniversary of Lafayette. Is that right, Bob? 200?
200 something and that.
Numbers aren't my forte. So the 200th anniversary of Lafayette's tour of America. And I learned this recently from the representative from the Friends of Lafayette, that when Lafayette was coming through America, he knew that Gallipolis was a French town.
Okay.
And that so many people from France lived here because they immigrated, you know, during the Revolution and everything. So he's like, it wasn't on his tour, and he said, we're going there. So he was like, we're coming, we're making an extra stop, and we're coming to Gallipolis.
I have to go see my 500 Frenchmen, you know?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that was something I didn't know. So I think that's really amazing. And you're always learning more and more history and stuff with this. And I'm actually on the board for the Friends of the Hour House, and it's been so fun learning all these different little tidbits about this and that and why they would do these things. And it is fun. And so in 2025, we are, our community, along with communities across the United States, are reenacting his tour on the specific dates that he visited.
Wow.
So in May of 2025, we're hoping to have a reenactor play Lafayette. There was, the governor of Ohio has actually already agreed to come down because the governor of Ohio was here and gave a speech when Lafayette visited.
Oh,
so
interesting.
We're redoing all of the speeches and if there was parades. And so right now we're in the research mode to find out. And when I say we, it is mostly the Hour House. I don't want to claim credit here. I don't want to be that person. But they are working so hard to get all the information to know exactly what he did when he was here.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do our best to recreate it. And so
That's so
back
neat.
in 2025.
Yeah.
So offshoot, the Our House in the French history of Gallipolis is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I just have to say, as a kid growing up in this town, all of those places are staples. As a kid, I went to the Our House, and I loved it because you do really feel like you're stepping back in time. And then fast forward to my sister's wedding, she had her rehearsal dinner there. Yes. So they have things like that. And then the John Gee, I did as a school kid in 6th grade, we did a special report there.
Yep.
And it's just they're part of this community, and it's things we don't want to remember, we don't want to forget.
Yes.
And history truly is alive in this town.
Yes. And I highly recommend, if you've ever been like, oh, I've wanted to check that out, come check it out.
Yeah.
Stay 5 minutes, stay an hour, stay the whole time.
I'm sure if you stay 5 minutes, you're going to want to stay longer.
I do agree with that.
To look at the jacket and the horseshoe.
Yes. And supporting these organizations is so crucial to our community from a tourism standpoint, because they put in so much time and effort, and for us, supporting them just in turn supports the community.
Right.
And you wouldn't believe the amount of people who come to our area just for the history, just to research their genealogy. I mean, people come in and they want to go look at cemeteries, and they want to find out about their French roots. And because so many immigrants would come to Gallipolis, and they'd get off the boat and then they'd go north or, wherever. And so many people are tracing back their lineage to Gallipolis and why it was such an important part in the creation of America.
Fun fact, movie, TV podcast.
Yes.
Tying it all in.
Let's do it.
Who do you think you are? Julie Bowen, which is the mom from Modern Family. Yeah, it didn't make it on the episode, but she has an ancestor from Gallipolis, correct?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, it didn't make it on. She actually came to Bossard Memorial Library, did some research, but it didn't make the episode, unfortunately. I'm not sure why. I would have loved to have seen it.
Yes.
But I watched the whole episode. But yeah, she is somehow related by her maiden name to someone in Gallipolis.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it, though?
That's so fantastic.
So I feel like she's inadvertently a family member.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of Hamilton,
yes,
and you want to learn a little bit more about Lafayette, the Our House is a great place to check that out.
Do not throw away your shot.
That's right. Oh, look at you. I love that. I love that. So that's what's going on with me.
There you go. How about any final BossCon updates?
Final BossCon. Okay, so... yeah, I'm going to talk about it. I don't care.
Don't ask Mackenzie.
Don't tell them I said this.
Shh, they're not listening.
We are at like 90 plus vendors.
Wow. Oh, my word.
Our schedule has about 20, I think he said 23 events.
Oh, my God.
I know. But what we should talk about is the quizzes.
Okay.
And I know I talked to you about this previously.
Yes.
I decided that we had to have a Harry Potter quiz.
Yeah.
So one thing that's wonderful about Final BossCon is totally, it's a family affair. And Matt's oldest daughter loves Harry Potter, and she and I talk about it. It's great. And I had said to her, I'm like, hey, I want to do this quiz. Do you want to come up with some questions? She came up with all of them.
Atta girl.
I had come up with some, and I say, you look at it, and she looks at it, and she goes, Kaitlynn, this is wrong. And I'm like, no, it's not. And she's like, yeah, he wasn't in that house. And I'm like,
who was it?
Gilderoy Lockhart.
Oh, yeah, didn't we talk about this?
We did talk about this.
I thought he was in Hufflepuff.
I did, too. But
and we were wrong.
But he was in Ravenclaw.
I guess he sort of is, because he's like a know-it-all.
See, it makes some sense.
Yeah.
It makes some sense, but we were wrong. And I don't, maybe it's because he wears yellow a lot.
Blonde hair.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. So she's like, okay, well, this is wrong. And I'm like, oh, no. So we're going to have some awesome quizzes.
Great.
We're going to have the Harry Potter quiz. We're going to have retro wrestling.
I need to know what that is, and the only way to know is to come and see it.
Exactly, because I don't know what it is. We're going to have so many tournaments. We are, oh my gosh, what was the other thing? We're going to have a cool movie quiz. Jonah, who has been on your podcast.
Jonah Man.
Jonah, he is doing our movie trivia contest.
Okay.
And all of these contests have really cool prizes. Have you seen those like posters that you like scratch off? Like if you've seen it, that is one of the prizes.
I've
for the
always
movie.
wanted one of those.
Yes, so you need to come to that so you can win it. And
We'll see if I win it.
all of the quizzes are free. You don't have to pay anything extra. It's part of the show.
Nice.
And
$5 entry fee?
$5 entry. Unless you're like 3 and under, you're free.
I'm over 3.
Well,
I'm also a vendor.
I'll let you in. It's
Okay.
fine. I'll let you in. It's fine. It's fine.
So that's July 15th.
July 15th at the University of Rio Grande Line Center from 11 to 6, unless you are one of our VIP people, which the deadline for that just closed yesterday.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
Too late.
So,
you snooze, you lose.
That's right. But we're going to have so many great merch options that you can purchase at our Final Boss Con booth.
Yep.
We're going to have t-shirts. We're going to have buttons. We're going to have keychains, which I made those, by the way.
Nice.
And some other things. Oh, drawstring bags if I can get some more made.
That's right.
That's all you need.
That will wrap it all up.
That's it. That's it.
Here we go.
Yes, Final Boss Con, July 15th, University of Rio Grande, Line Center.
FinalBossCon.com. You can find information.
Yes, you can find information. Our schedule is getting ready to be officially released.
Ooh.
Mackenzie has gone back and forth on it. I don't know how many times.
I expect nothing less.
Yes. I've been working on the program because we're going to have a program this year.
Ooh.
So people can have a map and they can have the list of all the vendors. They can have the schedule and everything because there's so many things. So we've been
you want to know where to go if you're looking for something. Yeah.
Right. So I've been working on maps and everything, and we're just trying to get all the last few things done.
Yeah.
So right now we're in full marketing mode. Kinsey and Matt are actually on the other side of the park right now.
You guys have like a huge dome where you can play games, right?
Listen, the first Friday committee, which I'm on, Katie Ratliff is a saint to our community. I'm just going to put that out there. She really works her butt off. And we were
and
like,
it shows.
And we're like, we would like to do this for you guys. You know, they're such a big support to us. And they help promote us. Katie even bought a VIP ticket. And I'm like, I would have just given it to her because she's so helpful and so lovely.
She is a very important person.
She is.
Without buying the ticket.
Yes, of course. And so I'm so grateful for the support of the community. I mean, you guys, all of our wonderful sponsors. I mean, I got to shout out Robin Fowler and State Farm and Wiseman Real Estate.
Yeah.
I mean, this fantastic, and people like they want to help. We've put out, hey, do you want to have a yard sign in your yard? And
by the way, I need one.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
I saw one on the way to work.
Yes.
And it was amazing.
I've got one in my car. I'll bring it to the show. And that's one of the great things about the VIP ticket is because if you have the VIP ticket, you actually get in an hour early.
Yeah.
So you can go in and you can sign up first. So that is one of the great things about that.
And I mean, the best thing about that is you get to go see, Jack Russo early. You get to see Matthew David Rudd early. You get to see
Blaine
Pardo.
Yes.
And you get to see, and that's before a whole crowd comes. You get to probably see them within the first hour.
And John Russo has agreed to do a panel.
Wow.
So if you would like to ask questions of the King of Zombies, of the OG Zombies, Night of the Living Dead, you got it.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So that's a little sprinkle of insider news.
Legit Comic-Con here. Yes. You got a panel. You got famous people.
Listen.
You got prizes.
I know Kinsey has said this on previous podcasts, and I'm going to say it again. 2024, we're looking at multi-day.
Wow.
Because the fact we can't fit everything in one day. Now, when you look at our ads, everything says it is from 11 to 6. That is for the vendor hall. We have events after that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So we're going to be there really late.
Party all day, party all night, right?
Yep. And we're going to have a glow party. Yeah.
Well, that's special.
Yes. Kenzie and Matt are going to kill me. Quit telling everyone. Oh, a secret.
They're going to be running over from the dome being like, shh.
Shut up.
All right,
Not
well,
ready to say that. But
well, it's time for Kaiti to eat something.
Yes.
From one of these awesome vendors here at First Friday.
And I was supposed to be back at my office 30 minutes ago.
Oh, get out of here, Kaitlynn. No, this is what happens when you have a great conversation. So
Yes.
there you go.
We're besties.
Everyone, Gallia County has great things going on in it, including Final Boss Con and First Fridays. So
Yes.
make sure you check out the Facebook page for Gallia County Visitors Bureau.
Just visit Gallia. Yep, that's all
Visit
you
Gallia.
need. We're on all the socials. Just find us.
There you go.
all
Come hang
that.
out with us in
Yeah.
Gallia County.
Yay!
All right. Thanks, guys. Or thanks, just Kaitlynn.
You're welcome, Katie.
Thank you, Kaitlynn.
Thank you.
Bye. Gallipolis, how have you guys enjoyed tonight so far?
It's been great. It's gone by fast.
It's just been fabulous. Every time we do this, it just gets better and better. And they've increased the size of it. I know we've squeezed a few people in this time. We've had several people who called the chamber, and Katie was telling me last night that they've gotten a few new people in. So every month it just gets better and better, and it's something that they dreamed up as a new concept, and it has just gone beyond what they imagined or thought.
It is a great thing to have in our community here. The next one will be July 7th. But a few days before that, what will be happening on July 4th?
Our River Recreation Festival right here in the city park.
Yes, and you're raising money by selling coffee, correct?
Yes,
a fundraising
right here.
coffee campaign.
Yes.
Tell me about this coffee. Where's it from?
Well, this is from Silver Bridge Coffee Company right here in Gallia County. Very proud of Silver Bridge. Wonderful coffee. Sure, everybody knows about it, but we have a special blend for River Rec.
It's called infamous blend.
Thank you, Bob.
Just kidding, Katie.
It's a very tasty blend, and it's our River Rec blend. So it has caramel, hazelnut, coconut, and vanilla flavorings in the coffee. So we are selling this. We're ready to wrap up here at the First Friday, but you can pick up a bag or two here at the chamber when the chamber is opened. $12 a bag, or 2 for $20. It is ground coffee. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. And we'll be selling this through River Rec.
And it's a fundraiser to help to offset some of the expenses. When you do a River Rec festival, you have a lot of outlying expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those are obvious, like the fireworks and
Right.
stage and things. But there's a lot of hidden costs, like just think what it costs for the porta-johns or the trash.
Yeah.
Or there's just so many hidden things that go into making this a successful event.
Right.
So the sale of these bags of coffee will help to offset some of that expense. And we're doing well with our fundraising, but you can help us by stopping by and purchasing your coffee.
I got mine.
There you go.
Mine's signed, too.
Yes.
Oh,
Got
yes.
mine
Hers is special.
And
Yeah.
authentic.
I got number 1 of many.
And if your mother doesn't text you, it's infamous because you got it signed.
Never open the coffee up. Just put it up on the shelf.
I can hear her eyes rolling from here.
Yes.
No, but it's wonderful. Not only is the coffee delicious inside of it from Silver Bridge Coffee Company, but the logo alone, because you can't not get them anywhere else with that logo.
It's a special edition.
And Madam President, would you like to address the logo?
Well,
Since you were very instrumental in the creation of that logo, but the logo really says what it's all about, Katie. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, we have the river underneath, and
Right.
and we have the fleur-de-lis in the middle, and we have the fireworks, and we have the old French city. And so what we did, we had a contest that was countywide, and we allowed people to enter their selection, and we chose Brittany Beeman's selection, and then she chose the
for
theme.
the theme.
Wow.
And we had several people who sent in their themes, And it was really interesting, reading what people think when they think of the River Recreation Festival. What do they think?
Yeah.
Do they think history? Do they think Gallipolis? Do they think red, white, and blue? Do they think, Gallipolis fireworks? Do they think 1790? And so I think this logo does just an excellent job. It's a clean logo, and I'm all about being a clean logo because logos can get cluttered. You know that. You're a marketing expert.
They can.
It can get cluttered, and you think, what does that really mean? What's that saying?
Right.
And I think this logo really says what we're all about. The beautiful Ohio River, which the River Recreation Festival, people have said to me, why don't you take the River Recreation Festival to somewhere else in the county? No, it's the River Recreation Festival. So it's there. The fleur-de-lis says about the history. Gallipolis, the second oldest settlement in the Northwest Territory, founded in 1790. And so that says it, our French heritage. And we're all about trying to keep up with the French heritage and our past. And so I think this just in the fireworks and the color, red, white, and blue, and very patriotic. And that was one of the things that when it was in just about every slogan that people put in, they always wanted something about red, white, and blue or being Americana. So I think this says it all, really.
Freedom, fireworks, and the old French city. That sums it up. And the picture, I got to say, as a kid growing up here in Gallipolis, it is a special thing to see the fireworks over the river.
Oh, over the river.
The reflection in the river. It's something you can't get many places.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And this was something new that we did this year, was inviting the community to help us come up with the theme. And we've just had a fantastic year. We have a great board to work with. Bob and Haley do an outstanding job. And we're just really excited to bring the community in together for coming up with the theme and coming in to celebrate the 4th. And making sure you have a nice cup of coffee to do that celebration with your River Rec blend.
There you go. It brought it right all full circle right there. Well, thank you, Executive Director and Madam President.
Thank you,
You're
Katie.
welcome.
We've
Thanks,
enjoyed
Katie.
having you here. And just to toot your horn a little bit, you will be with us July 4th in the Chamber Tent.
Yes.
And so you'll be doing some streaming and also some interviewing of some of the people there that are part of the River Rec Festival.
Yes.
And we're delighted to have you be a part of our team during that day. So thank you. Thank you for coming out tonight. It's been great. And so thank you as well.
Thank you so much. I feel so special because I've said it before earlier on the episode today that there's a special thing to your hometown, and when things like this happen, it just makes it even more special. And I'm happy to be a part of it at even any small part. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
All right. We'll see.